back to another episode of Level Up Video Games. Last night we went to Travis's. I didn't film anything, but I did pick up some stuff for my collection. Some eBay orders we need to take care of, and we had a pretty decent eBay sale. Actually all of them are GameCube games. Sold Jungle Beat for 10 plus shipping, Rebel Strike for 15 plus shipping, and someone grabbed Metroid Prime for 40 plus shipping. Care of this in a bit. Let me show you what I picked up from Travis. I grabbed is this case for Mario Odyssey, this case for Kirby Triple Deluxe, and he gave me this Action Replay disc for the Action Replay DSi because I have the Action Replay DSi right here. So I'll bundle those up, get those in. And I did get some stuff for the collection, so let me show you those. All right, so the first game we grabbed was, of course, a GameCube game. What was it? Army Man Sarge's War, complete. And we grabbed Odama, complete, with the mic. Not the big box, but it has the game and the mic. Picked that up from Travis. Then we grabbed a PlayStation game, complete. I don't normally go after PlayStations, but this one is too cool to pass up. It's not super expensive, and that is Dragon Ball GT Final Bout for the PlayStation. And one more that I decided to pick up, and it's a big one. And I meant not big as in expensive, still expensive. But I got a complete in-box Dance Dance Revolution Mario mix with the dance pad and everything. It's not brand new, it's not sealed. It has been opened before, but inside we have the game, the manual, and then we have the dance box that it came in. So I will be getting this guy in the collection, and I'll be taking my copy of Mario Mix from my collection and going to resell that one. I played it for a little bit, Mario Mix, to be honest. It's one of the games you can test GameCube dance pads with. So I tend to use that game, and I'm not a big fan of DDR games. I'm also not great at them. Go ahead and start taking apart this Nintendo Switch Lite just to take a look inside really quick and see if I can find anything that's out of the normal with this Switch. See if I can maybe get it booted up and find out what's going on. Looking at this, I've noticed is it looks like someone's been in here. There's like a slight fracture right there. The speaker, or around this area when you try to open it, usually cracks if you don't do it right. So that's been cracked. So I think someone's been in this before. Right here on this speaker cover, I'm seeing some sticky stuff right here. That's not good. All right, let's take off this metal cover. See some staining, some like white staining or some pink staining on the bumpers. Also just had a screw in the wrong spot, so that one's supposed to be a long gold one like this. It was a tiny silver one, so we're gonna have some issues with this one. I already can tell. Let's see what we got. I see this ribbon cable's little plastic piece is already broken off. That is going to be a problem. See the two screws. I'm just looking at the screws, seeing if everything's kind of attached. I see the card reader as well. The plastic is missing. I found the plastic pieces right there and right there. This one still seems to be intact. That one. So I'm gonna take the card reader off really quick and take a look, and then we'll diagnose exactly what's going on. Get it to make sound for a little bit, but it didn't do anything after that, and I haven't been able to get it to reboot. So what I'm gonna do is switch this motherboard into that one that's kind of working and see if I can get it to boot up. So as you can hear, essentially this thing is having a backlight issue. And I got it to come on once, but I don't know what I did. But this fan's spinning. I'm like, oh, like I saw it coming once. It might be this ribbon cable that's having issues. It might be the connector. The funny thing is, with that motherboard, it works perfectly fine. We can test that motherboard in here and see if it comes on, just to make sure that everything's working. But the funny thing is, I noticed right here, it's kind of like a damaged pin on this motherboard. So something on here is causing the backlight not to work. I mean, it may just be this ribbon cable connecting, and technically this ribbon cable as well. As you can see, it's missing a pin right up top. Now it comes on, it makes noise, just does not have a backlight. So I put everything back in this yellow one that was kind of working. So let's see if I can get it to work. Yeah, there we go. Backlight is on now. Suggest there's something definitely wrong with the motherboard, causing it not to backlight off of this. Now, like I said, it might just be as simple as that connector right there causing that issue. I don't know if I want to try to desolder it and then solder a new one back on. Seems a little far-fetched. I could start trying to see if there's any issues or problems with the chip, maybe. So I got the yellow one's power and the yellow one's ribbon cable on this gray switch light. Let's see if I can power it on. See if it even comes on. Oh, there it goes. So the screen's working. Let's see if I can plug it in and charge it. I don't know if it's going to charge or not, but I have it plugged in. This is that staff member. Sometimes it loads, sometimes it doesn't. Switch. The question is, do we dare put this motherboard back? Which I have a feeling, I don't know, it might be that connector right there that has issues. To see if we can at least boot it up. We know it works. It just doesn't have a backlight, so it's not getting powered to the backlight. Which I believe, see if I can remember where the backlight is on here. I believe that's the backlight right there. So it's coming through that ribbon cable to the main board, telling the main board to turn on or to work. So let's go ahead and plug this back in and verify. We're going to switch out this motherboard right here with the bad connector motherboard and see if we can get a backlight on this, because it might just be this ribbon cable right here and probably this connector. I mean, then we're going to have to deal with the card reader, but we can wait. I can tell it's working because the fan's on. And let's see, it just came, the power cable just came off. So I'm trying to think, can I just wires over and just skip this whole connector whatsoever? I don't know where the communication goes or how it goes in this guy through that ribbon cable, because there's a lot of connectors in here. Still know it's on. Still no backlight. I can see it. No joke. I got the battery from the yellow one in here right now because I think this one's still pretty low for charging. But we went ahead and soldered some of the connectors over here, and I switched this board out with this one. And by God, would you believe that it's working? There's no speakers in it, so the volume's not working. But it works. It comes on, powers on. So I'm gonna put this one back in here and see if I can not get it to work. I was able to get it on and off a couple times. It is on right now, if you can hear. You can hear it definitely. Sometimes I get the ribbon cable to work, sometimes I don't. It's very hit or miss. So at this point, like, sometimes the backlight will come on, sometimes the ribbon cable will work with me, sometimes it won't. So it's got to be the ribbon cable and this connector piece right here, which also means I need another connector piece for the card reader as well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that myself. Seems kind of difficult, so I'll have to mess around with it, but so far I'm able to charge with it, so that's cool. I think I'm going to call it on this one, just to take this connector board. It literally, like, I had to break it apart. I don't know if you could see that. I had to break it apart. It just would not come loose with my heat gun at all. So, unfortunately, with this connector, I could buy another connector for it. Same thing for the one for the card reader. Maybe taking it off might be easier, but it was not easy taking this stupid thing off. Putting it on should be that easy. So maybe I will, since I already have this one off, I'll try to take this one off, and then I'll just order, I'll order the parts and then see if I can get them connected again. Because I was thinking, let's take this one off and just replace it with the one that's on there. Except it was not budging. It would not come off. It was not easy to desolder it. Maybe I just have the wrong settings. I'm still trying to get used to the blower settings on here. Maybe I have too much of a small tip. I have no clue. Experience will come from, because essentially I got one more connector. I might as well try to take it off. I think I'm going to change the tip on that for something a little bit larger. And see if I can take this off easier. But man, that was not fun. Came off in one piece. Doesn't look too bad. The pads look good. Show you right here on the screen. But the pads look good. So that wasn't too bad. Oh, do I dare try to take it off of this board, or should I just buy new ones and put them on? Fuck it, we're going for it. I'm gonna go for it. Take this one off. Took it off, wasn't too bad. Let's go ahead and switch boards and see if we can make it work. So we're on here, the microscope, and we have it back on. It went back on fairly well. Unfortunately, didn't notice I have this capacitor that's missing, but there's another like cap or like a transistor missing right here. Let me show you on the other board. So you can kind of see it right here. I'm missing that little guy and that little guy. So now I'm going to try to get these guys on there before I get that connector back on. I'm going to try this one right here. So I pretty much got everything connected back up. I'm going to double check this one right here. I'm a little worried about it. So if you look at that board, you can see it looks a lot better than that one. I just got to double check to make sure it's not, whoops, sorry, that it's not like bridging. This side looks pretty good. The behind it looks like a downright fucking mess. Because that's where I had the heat, so I didn't even think about it. I wasn't even looking at it. You can see that this one's having some issues too. Like, There's just shit all over the place. I'm missing a couple caps and resistors. Oh geez. And these things aren't, these are tiny, guys. Like, tiny. Without this microscope, it'd be extremely difficult, if not impossible. I wonder if it's even worth my time. So many pieces missing. That's funny. That side looks good. The other side looks good. I don't see any extra capacitors that may have flown off. Let's try it. Here goes nothing. See if this couple of hours were wasting my time. Well, I just realized that someone's been over here by the charge chip, because oh, that was me. Actually, that was me. So you can definitely tell that that was what I screwed up, trying to replace the M92. This is the old board, and this is the board I've been using, and the only difference I see is up here, right here. There's nothing there on that board, but on this board, there's these two. I don't know if they go to anything. I have no clue if they're even needed, but I doubt these two are what's causing the, well, now no charge. Like, it's not charging at all, and I wasn't even close to the charge port. Well, I was, but I didn't do anything on it. Alright, so I've essentially spent all day on this thing. Which one is it? It's this one right here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I didn't try. I don't know why it's not charging now, or what changed. I think I have all the pieces and parts that got blown off down here. They're all connecting properly. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just checking components from the old one. Yeah, just those two right there. Well, I got some practice micro soldering. Dang, man, I was really expecting to actually make this guy work. I'm just looking through him on the microscope, but I just don't see anything. Maybe one of these pins are not working properly connected. I could try that. I don't know what's wrong with it, but now it's not charging at all. I mean, I probably messed it up just soldering and messing around with it, but that's how you learn, man. That's pretty much how I only know how to learn. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I was able to solder beforehand without that microscope, those tiny little pieces of parts I was struggling on. I was not struggling at all. I was able to get pieces and parts off. I was able to micro solder like crazy, and it's all because that microscope allows me to see what I'm doing. Oh, it's like day and night. But I was unsuccessful at it, even though I changed almost everything. It looks like mostly all the parts are there. It's just now it's not charging. And I checked the charge chip, and none of the capacitors are shorted around it. So don't know why it's not charging now when it was before. Am I going to spend too much time on it anymore? Probably not. What I'm going to start doing, maybe looking for a decent price, is some broken ones that work, but they have broken screens. So I could just replace the motherboards inside of them with the old shells and get them out of here. It's cool to understand that the backlight wasn't working on that switch, and that was the only thing that was wrong with it until I got a hold of it and messed around with it. But that's how you learn. That's it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a very fun day messing around with some switch lights. Unfortunately, I was not able to fix any, but it's okay. Until next time, thank you for watching. Don't forget to level